Hi everybody, and welcome to another edition of First Person, sponsored as always by the Precision Strip Company in Minster, Ohio. A great place to work, as we talk about all the time. If you're starting, changing, or finishing a career, they'd love to know about you. They're always looking for good people, so check them out online or stop in. Mention that you heard about them on PressProsMagazine.com and First Person, and I'm sure that's a match to be made in heaven. So our thanks again to Precision Strip Company, the sponsors of Press Pros Magazine and First Person, now here for 3 consecutive years. I'm delighted to introduce to people this gentleman on my right. He's Bob Smith, the head football coach at NorthRidge High School. And if you haven't heard of NorthRidge High School, you need to check the standings, because currently they're undefeated, tied for first place in the Three Rivers Conference with the Milton Union Bulldogs. Bob Smith is a great story, and I've been here a long time. And Bob, we've talked often, but we've never talked like this, and I thank you for your time, because this is a busy week for you. And
no problem.
Appreciate the time.
No problems.
Yours is such a unique story, because 39 years at one school, either as a student, as an assistant, as a head coach, and it just doesn't happen anymore that one guy stays at one school that long.
Yeah, I've been here 39 years teaching and coaching. I've coached football and track for 39 years. Coached a little basketball for about 18 years. Run the weight room. Always taught here. Grew up here from first grade on, and I'm a NorthRidge person at heart.
I want to share something with you, and certainly with the listeners out there. We wrote a column about you a couple of years ago. I think it was in the fall of 20, or the summer of 20. And after that was published on Press Pros, I can't tell you how many people contacted us by social media, by Facebook or Twitter, or directly by email, and talked about the impact that you either had on them as a student and an athlete, or one of their kids. But a lot of people had a lot of good things to say about Bob Smith. You have certainly left your imprint.
Yeah, that's really nice. You know, that's what it's all about. You know, the wins are important. Nobody wants to win more than I do, but it's the impact on, I want to have an impact on their life, because I remember the impact my coaches and teachers had on me.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I can say the same thing. Talk about NorthRidge for the fact that a lot of people don't know where this school is. They've lived in the Miami Valley all their life, and they don't realize it's the school right off I-75 before you get to Wagner Road down here, or after you get past Needmore. They don't know much about NorthRidge, because it doesn't have, you don't hear about them like you do Wayne and Dunbar and Northmont.
Right. But, I mean, what's helped is obviously the stadium right on the highway here. You know, like you said, years ago it was definitely, where's that at? Now, at least you can say, hey, you see the football stadium right off the freeway here on 75, and they'll say, yeah, so that's NorthRidge. So we're right here.
A lot of great athletes have gone through here. We've talked about this. You've never had a lot of what I would say championship success, except you're in a position right now. And let's talk a little bit about your football team this year, because we've been writing about you on Friday night. Luckily, we're perfect so far through the first quarter of the season. But I know you've got some athletes here and some kids here that you're very proud of.
Oh yeah, we got some hard-working kids. We've got 47 kids on the team. 9 seniors, 6 have been 4-year players, 3 and 4-year starters, and they've had success throughout their careers growing up, and done a great job in the first 3 years of varsity football. So we've got some top-notch kids. We've got a senior linebacker, running back that was all-state first team and defensive player of the year in Southwest Ohio last year.
That would be Jeremy Henry.
Number 15, Jeremy Henry, coached his dad. I think he's a little better than his dad. I don't know if he wants to, he'll admit it, but he's pretty good. And, you know, we got some other ones. Jaden Kelly, Teron Hill, Lucas Hawkins, Marcus Tyree, and Jalen Holloway. Those are the 6 that have been here. And we got Dakota Evans, who played with him earlier, but only played a couple years here in high school. And then we had a couple move-ins last year that make up the 9 seniors. And there's some other kids, obviously, but that's the core, that's the strength right there.
Bob Smith, the head football coach at NorthRidge, is our guest this week on First Person, again sponsored by the Precision Strip Company in Minster, Ohio. One thing about a good football team is that you beat the teams you should beat and you do it handily, but you're also got a couple of wins this year over teams that you have not always consistently won against. Albeit, I'll bring up your game with Carlisle here a few days ago.
Right.
Oakwood, I saw Oakwood play a couple of weeks ago. Good football team, and you've handled those teams like that. Mark of a good team.
Yeah, we've played real good defense. We're explosive on offense. We run the ball a lot, but we can throw. We just haven't had to throw. We've been in a situation so far we haven't had to throw very much. But yeah, those teams are really good. Oakwood, Carlisle, and these guys have stepped up. And I mean, that's what teams want to be in that position. Have to do those things.
Don't mean to name drop, but I'm going to drop a couple here because the commissioner of this league is my next door neighbor. That would be Roger Kraft there in Covington. A great guy and a good neighbor. And I know we're delighting Mike Mesher, who is, I think, the most proud NorthRidge alum I personally know because I hear from him the most.
He sure is.
He's done a lot, had a big impact here. But I want to talk about the Three Rivers Conference in relationship to Roger, because second year of the conference, you're one of the charter members that's a reprisal of the old Three River Conference. It has been good to you so far, and it's good for your program because your kids are getting out a little bit and seeing some unfamiliar opponents, and I know that's always good for competition.
Sure. We played the Bethels, Troy Christian, of course the Milton Union, being in the old SWBL with us, but the other four teams we've never played.
Riverside? Lehman?
Yeah, we played Miami East, I mean, oh gosh, I don't know, 30 years ago maybe, 35 years ago. But other than that, it's just those three, and then of course the other four. It's been a good conference for us. We like it, and you know, in other sports also, it's been great all the way around. I like it, so.
I've heard more than once people already about the league say, you know, it's nice to go down to NorthRidge because it's an easy drive down the interstate, but when you get there, wow, you got a beautiful stadium here. You got wonderful facilities here, and I know that makes a tremendous impression on the league when other people can come in and see that here.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, you know, they support us very well here. The stadium's probably about 18 years old now. Time flies, but I mean, you know, they built this and the track and the storage and the locker rooms, the weight room.
One of the best playing surfaces, natural playing surfaces you'll find.
Yeah, the grass is great. I mean, they supported us back when they passed the levy years ago to build this, and they did it right. And we're lucky to have it, and we're proud to have it. So.
Yeah, they're proud to have you here. Yeah. Lucky to have Bob Smith. As he said, 39 years at one school.
Yeah.
It just isn't done anymore. Did you see any light at the end of the tunnel, any end in sight?
You know, they asked me. I had a grandson this summer, and he's almost 3 months old. But, you know, my wife and daughter teach here. My wife's, I think she might be about ready to go. She wants to spend more time with the grandson. I really don't think about it, to tell you the truth. I love coaching. I love teaching. Keeps you young.
You're thinking about the wing tee?
No. I'm thinking about the teams that run the wing tee.
Trying to bait you a little bit. Bob Smith, our guest, congratulations on a great start.
Thank you.
And just a great career here. What a neat story.
Thank you.
The head football coach, Bob Smith of the NorthRidge Polar Bears. That wraps up this edition of First Person, again sponsored by the Precision Strip Company in Minster. Check them out either to start, to change, or finish your career. They're always looking for good people. Again, our thanks for what you do in supporting us each week, each month, each season here on PressProsMagazine.com. We enjoy your support, the readership, and hoping everybody has a great football weekend this week. Until next time, thank you for the support. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you with another edition of First Person coming up on PressProsMagazine.com.